Welcome to Millionaire Moves, the channel where we break down the mindsets, habits, and untold stories that shape the world's most successful people. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful and overlooked truths about wealth, success, and building an empire. The truth is this: behind every billionaire you see celebrated in the headlines, there are countless failures that nobody talks about. We admire their yachts, their companies, their legacies, but what we rarely see is the battlefield of rejection, setbacks, and mistakes that paved the way. And in today's story, we're going to talk about the billionaire who failed not once, not twice, but 10 times before finally succeeding. His journey is more than a story. It's a lesson for anyone who feels like life is beating them down. If you've ever failed, if you've ever doubted yourself, if you've ever wondered whether success is even possible for you, then this video is for you. Stay with me until the end, because the breakthrough you need might just come from understanding why failure is not the enemy, it's the teacher. Now let's get into it. Imagine pouring your heart, your money, and your time into a new idea, only to watch it collapse. Not once, but again and again. Most people would quit after the second or third time because failure feels like rejection, and rejection hurts. But the billionaire we're talking about today refused to quit. He failed with his first business when investors walked away. He failed with his second when his product didn't sell. He failed with his third when his team fell apart. 10 times he fell flat, but each time he came back with a little more wisdom, a little more strength, and a little more determination. He understood something that separates winners from quitters. Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about outlasting it. Every no you hear, every door slammed in your face, every setback that knocks you down is preparing you for the one breakthrough that will change everything. The only question is, will you still be standing when that breakthrough arrives? Here's the truth about billionaires that no one tells you. They're not geniuses who never get it wrong. They're not flawless superheroes. They're ordinary people who simply refuse to give failure the last word. Think about Thomas Edison, who tested over 1,000 different materials before discovering the right one for the light bulb. Think about Elon Musk, who nearly lost everything when both Tesla and SpaceX were on the verge of bankruptcy. Think about Jack Ma, rejected from dozens of jobs, including KFC, before founding Alibaba. And then there's the billionaire at the center of our story. He understood that each failure was not wasted effort, but an education that money couldn't buy. Every time he lost, he learned something about markets, about people, about himself. He was chiseling away at the rough edges, sharpening his vision and strengthening his resilience. By the time success finally came, he wasn't just lucky, he was prepared. But here's what you need to hear. Failure only teaches the ones who keep moving. Too many people quit right before their breakthrough. They think, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm not cut out for success. That is the biggest lie you can ever believe. The billionaire who failed 10 times could have believed it too. He could have walked away and no one would have blamed him. But he kept showing up, and showing up is half the battle. Every time you push through failure, you are proving to yourself and the world that you are worthy of what's on the other side. Success is like mining for gold. You can swing the pickaxe hundreds of times and see nothing. But if you stop, you'll never know if the gold was just one strike away. The billionaire who failed 10 times found his gold because he kept digging. Now let's talk about why this matters to you. Right now, you might be dealing with your own failures. Maybe you've started businesses that didn't work out. Maybe you've been rejected from jobs, opportunities, or partnerships. Maybe you feel like the world keeps saying no, and you're starting to believe it. But here's the mindset shift that can change everything. Failure is feedback, not a verdict. It's not telling you that you're unworthy. It's telling you what doesn't work so you can find what does. Every failure is data. Every mistake is experience. Every setback is preparing you for the setup. The billionaire who failed 10 times didn't succeed in spite of his failures. He succeeded because of them. The failures taught him lessons that success never could. And here's another powerful lesson from his story. Resilience compounds. Just like money grows with interest, so does your ability to bounce back. The first failure hurts the most, but each time you rise, you build emotional muscle. By the time he faced his 10th failure, the billionaire had become immune to the sting of rejection. What crushed others only fueled him. So let me ask you something that cuts deeper than most people are willing to think about. How many times are you truly willing to fail for your dream? Once, twice, 5 times, 10 times? Or are you the kind of person who quits after the very first setback? Because here's the truth that separates the winners from the quitters. The number of times you're willing to get back up after failure will decide the size of your destiny. If you throw in the towel after one attempt, you'll never even scratch the surface of what could have been. You'll spend your life haunted by the ghost of potential, wondering what might have happened if you had just pushed a little further. But if you can keep going, even after 5 failures, even after 10 failures, even when people around you laugh at you or doubt you, you'll eventually prove something powerful. Not just to the world, but to yourself. You'll prove that you are someone who cannot be broken by failure. Because here's the paradox of success that very few people understand. The more you fail, the closer you actually are to winning. The path to greatness isn't paved with victories. It's paved with defeats that were survived. And that's exactly the mindset you need if you ever want to turn your vision into reality. The story of the billionaire who failed 10 times before finally succeeding isn't just a biography. It's a mirror being held up to you. It's a reminder of what's possible if you simply refuse to quit. It's showing you that failure isn't the end, it's the process. You might not be a billionaire yet, but you are walking your own path, fighting your own battles, and living your own story. Every failure you've faced so far is not a stop sign, it's a stepping stone. The rejection letter, the business deal that fell apart, the opportunity that slipped away, the relationship that didn't last. None of those were the finish line. They were lessons, building blocks, and stepping stones to prepare you for what's next. Your failures are not proof that you can't make it. They are proof that you're still in the arena. And if you're still in the arena, then you're still in the fight. Don't curse your failures, embrace them. Don't run from them, study them. Don't let them define you, let them refine you. Because one day when you finally reach that breakthrough, you will look back on all the setbacks and realize something extraordinary. The very moments that once felt like the end were actually the exact moments that built the strength, resilience, and wisdom you needed to succeed. Those failures were not wasted time. They were the hidden training ground for your greatness. And this is where most people miss the point. They believe that failure is proof that something isn't meant for them. They think, if it didn't work the first time, maybe it's just not my path. That is the single most dangerous lie you can ever believe. The truth is, if you fail, it doesn't mean you're not meant for success. It means success is testing whether you're strong enough to handle it. Failure is not rejection, it's initiation. It's asking you, how bad do you want this? And if you walk away too soon, you'll never know how close you were to crossing the finish line. Most people stop digging when they are inches away from the gold. They quit their business when they were just one adjustment away from making it work. They walk away from their vision when they were one failure away from their breakthrough. And they spend the rest of their lives regretting it. Don't let that be you. Don't let your story end at almost. Let your story be one of persistence, of resilience, of refusing to quit no matter how many times you get knocked down. So if this message resonates with you, don't just click away and go back to life as usual. Take action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. There will never be one. Make one move today, even if it's small, even if it's imperfect. Send that email, write that plan, take that step. Do something that your future self will look back on and thank you for. Success isn't built in giant leaps. It's built in consistent moves stacked on top of each other. And the sooner you start stacking, the sooner you'll reach the life you've been dreaming about. And if you found value here, make sure you subscribe to Millionaire Moves because we're only just beginning. This is the place where we break down the real mindset shifts, the real stories, and the real lessons that will elevate your thinking, sharpen your habits, and prepare you for wealth and success that last. So hit that subscribe button, join this movement, and never forget this truth. Failure isn't the end. It's the price you pay for greatness. Keep moving forward. Keep building. Keep failing forward. And never, ever let failure stop you because your breakthrough could be one more attempt away.